In 1958, Dr. Jérôme Lejeune discovered trisomy 21, the DNA variation which results in an extra chromosome and causes Down syndrome in children. He later decided to confront the scientific community that used his discovery to abort fetuses in which an extra chromosome was discovered. The story of the French doctor's life is now in print in the book Jérôme Lejeune, A Man of Science and Conscience.
He was not afraid, but losing the career, losing money, losing honors. But the most important was really human lives, his patience and truth.
The book's author is the postulator for Lejeune's cause for canonization and says that almost 30 years after his death, his message on the defense of life is still relevant today.
And he said that in a democratic country, we don't only have the right to change the law in the most moral way, but we have the duty to do that.
Jérôme Lejeune declined international recognition by continuing to work quietly with his patients, but when the debate on life broke out, he took on his role as an advocate for the most vulnerable.
It is the exact price we have to pay to remain humane. And if a society refuses to pay that price, which is high, society is not humane any longer.
After speaking on television, a child who was his patient asked him to be his voice and to take a stand against abortion. It was a position which possibly cost him the Nobel Prize.
This was very, very courageous because it was at the top of his career. He was the most famous geneticist in the world. And when these laws, genetics laws, arrived, he said no.
His beatification process was opened in 1994 and was supported by Pope John Paul II, with whom he had a close relationship. In January 2021, Pope Francis declared him venerable. Now all that is needed for his beatification is for a miracle to be verified through his intercession. He led a life dedicated to the defense of his patients, which ultimately pinned him against his colleagues. Now the book Jérôme Lejeune, A Man of Science and Conscience, shares his example for the next generation of doctors.